Welcome to Big Talk. I have with me today a special guest, and it's no other than the governor of Ekiti State, Fayose. You're welcome to this show, sir.
Thank you very much.
I want to start on a militant note. Recently, in the aftermath of the herdsmen attack, you took a picture, a very famous picture with you and farmers. What point were you trying to make with that?
Maybe you mean with hunters.
With hunters, sorry, hunters.
Thank
yes,
you.
Yes.
We have one primary assignment. And that primary assignment is to protect our people. And it's commonly said that governors are chief law officer, chief security officer of the states. This I agree with. I don't believe that story because we have no power to deploy security for our people.
Even the CP does not report to you directly.
The CP don't report to us. If we give instructions, the CP can do otherwise because they call and get directives from Abuja. And that is why you see all these security lapses. You see, locally, nobody can say hunters are deployed, are supposed to be deployed by Inspector General of Police. But one thing that Inspector General of Police may not have, even in what we call community policing, is the grip of the hunters. The hunter knows the inside out of the reserves, bush areas, everywhere.
In and out of the
everywhere
community.
They know who comes in, who goes out. There is no community with at least 5 to 6 hunters, minimum. Therefore, the first thing is prevention. The first step is to ensure that it does not take place. And as they go by, they see a lot of hamlets, they see the ones they didn't see yesterday, the ones they run into today, the strange movement of people, and so on and so forth. The first thing for a leader is to do prevention, which is better than cure. Equally, herdsmen don't have guns except the ones given to them by some interested parties. Because the herdsmen we used to know when we were very young were pleasant people, rearing their cows peacefully, using cords and sticks to control them, not the ones today who are armed. Some stories tells us that they are from Niger Republic, they are from this republic. How can somebody from Niger Republic enter Ekiti if there is no connivance? So what we have simply done is to identify with these hunters, befriend them, and ensure that they have preventive, proactive measures. So the hunters are to make sure that nobody enters these communities after 7. If you see anybody entering that is strange, report to the governor. So for you as a leader, to win any battle, you must first of all come to the level of the people you are deploying.
Well, what many people see with that move is that you have lost confidence in the constitutionally provided security apparatus, meaning the police, the army, and so on of the country. Because if you say you're going to rely on the hunters, it means that the police, the Nigerian army, even the DSS, and all of them are less significance to you.
Let me tell you, that is the truth. The Constitution of Nigeria has been suspended. It's no more working. The Constitution of Nigeria, let me come to the level of incidents that are local. The Constitution of Nigeria, in the conception of that Constitution, does not truly want the governor of a state not to have control of security apparatus to fight for his people. The spirit and letter of the Constitution is looking at a situation where incidents can happen, you can deploy, you can find solutions, you can take charge. Secondly, to worsen matter, people who are supposed to protect this Constitution are now collaborators, and they are the ones trampling on the Constitution.
Who are these people?
The federal government, of course. You see, let us look at the case of Ghana. When they had this issue of herdsmen, they did decisively with them, and they were marched out of their hiding, and the country ran peacefully. Today in Nigeria, How can you hear the Minister of Defense saying that a governor or his people are blocking the route for cows? How important is a cow to human being? What we are seeing in this part of the world is another story entirely. I never knew Nigeria can enter this one chance life. We are now at the mercy of cattle and cattle rearers. We are now at the mercy of the present administration who does not see any other tribe, any other person as important. Let us ask ourselves, the number of people that has been killed between at the 2015 that this government came into power till date is more than even the ones killed between that time and the independence. The Boko Haram put together everything. These ones are daily. Every state now has a daily occurrence of killing. They've lost it. There is no security for anybody. People can just stop you on the way, do away with your life. It is first time in my life that I will see human beings being slaughtered on a daily basis. In fact, they've turned it to another style now. Slaughter from the back. They slaughter from here. Even goats have rights. Even goats, rams are not slaughtered from the back. International community have...
The same cows that are supposed to be defended, they have greater rights than the human beings.
Have you not seen when they say, when the herdsmen will say, I will command cow to come and fight you. And they will tell you, if I see you in your farm again, I will kill you. I don't know what is happening. We've lost it. This administration rode to power on three main issues. They will fix the economy, security, anti-corruption. Everything has failed. This is not personal. And if Nigerians will recall, from day one before this government came into power, I warned Nigerians. And I'm warning again. If by any chance Buhari comes back to power, then we are doomed. It will be the final lease of life for Nigerians.
Well, people have said that you seem to have a personal grudge against Buhari, and that you don't even you did not show respect for his age when he was running as a candidate. I have not shown respect to him even now as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. During the campaigns, you made all kinds of insinuations about his health, he was not competent to lead and so on. And now you have also said so many things, even when he was sick recently.
Let me say to you very expressly, yes. My name is Fayose. When you come to public office, that is your name. If Obasanjo is good, now we say Obasanjo, we say OBJ. When Shagari, we say Shagari, one nation. Don't let us personalize anything. In my state, when you say, oh, call me Fayose Oshoko, a small boy will say, Fayose, my brother, it is the job you should do. Stop claiming right over nothing. It is the job that can give you respect. I have father now. I have mother. You understand? We love them. But the issue is that when you take a public office, my brother, stop getting personal. I have nothing against President Buhari. He's our leader by age, he's older than me, but he can't give back to me. I am almost 60 now. But the fact remains that I have nothing personal. Okay, let me take you a little further. I said President Buhari, before he became president, wasn't okay. He's not health-wise, he's not strong. He's not okay. Well, I mean, everything has proved me to be right. The president was away for more than half a year.
But how much information did you get there? Was it a case of malice translating itself into reality and you taking credit for it? Because you didn't know him, very close to him.
Me, I was a 24-year-old boy when President Buhari became head of state. I was living at Ibadan, the same way President Buhari was ruling at the time, the same way. Let me tell you, if a small boy witnessed a number of things when you are young, those things cannot leave your memory. A number of people that voted for President Buhari in 2015, let me analyze it for you today. They are majorly people from age 18 to age 40. If you count year 2015 to the time President Buhari in 1984 was about 31 years, which means most of the guys that voted for President Buhari are probably 2 years old, 3 years old, or some of them 9 years old, maximum. The reality is that I was a living witness. I knew the outcome very well. A 24-year-old Delta Speed became the governor of the River State at 26. A 24-year-old boy knows what Nigeria was all about. I am telling you, and I'm still saying it without apology. The powers of a president does not more than incarceration and killing. Let me tell you, I am not among the cowards that exist in Nigeria who has left their bed for their wives today. They ran under the bed. What I'm telling you especially today is that this country is not well governed. The principal thing that every man needs first before you even look for health is security. We are not secured. I am telling you, as long as Nigerians continue to ignore this, my shout, my call. Okay, I said the president wasn't fit to govern. The president was away for a number of times for health challenges. So that passes what I was saying. I was telling you the president, I'm still telling you again now, Nigeria doesn't need a man over 70. The president is close to 76 now. To be president of Nigeria. It's not personal. I respect him, but the fact is that my mother cannot tell me she wants to come and govern Ekiti. I can't. Let's be realistic. Nigeria needs a hands-on presidency.
Well, he has the background. He has been GOC, he has been governor, he has been head of state before.
Yeah. What is that got to do with?
Excuse me, sir. So you were just comparing and say.
I'm talking age. I'm not talking
about.
Excuse me. There's a difference between all these things. You see, you have experience. Your experience equally as wonderful as they could be. They diminish with your age. This body carries your experience. Your experience is inside this mortar. When you are weak, the whole system of you gets weakened. So don't let us be playing to the gallery. Nigeria, 180 million people. We can't find a young person. You can't find, even if we donate it to Hausa Fulani, we can't find a young, hands-on, able Hausa Fulani in Nigeria again. You understand? Let me tell you, we are more militarized than ever before. I don't support people who will have imbibed democratic principles to be our president or be our governor. I'm saying it, most people might see it in whatever way they see it. I have told you, these things, I've said it before. The Bible says, those things that the Lord has said, the Bible has predicted. The Bible says they were predicted so that men will not hold God to be liar. These things, I said them before 2015.
You are prophets.
Long time. Prophet. And I told you when I finish this governance, I'm going to be president of this country, write it down. I know most of you don't believe because the kind of things cannot be interpreted by men in due course. I told them I was going to come back as governor. Most people didn't believe I came.
When you say things like this, people say Fayose is just making jokes.
Good luck to them.
Just clowning around.
When I said I will come back as governor, when I came back as governor, it was still clowning. You see, I tell it to you, in life, people believe what they see, what they feel, what they touch. But I am telling you, and I'm telling you, when these things happen, I've told the cameraman, take my picture, because I might be slightly older at that time, so that you'll be able to compare it, that this man said so. You understand? And I'm saying it again, as long as the Lord liveth, I'm going to govern this country.
That's an interesting question. Now, how do you compare your own situation with that of the governors of Benue and that of Taraba?
You see, it is not even governor of Benue or governor of Taraba alone. You understand? Governor of Adamawa.
Adamawa too, yes.
You understand? They are all suffering in silence because they are APC member. Now they have put a hand inside the mouth of Governor Tom. Now his voice is coming out now. When they nearly kill all your people, I remember when I did this law, my brother Governor Tom said, no, this law, this Fayose's law is, no, I cannot do that. They all came back to take the copy of the laws from my state. My brother.
The anti-grazing law.
Anti-grazing law. I'm telling you again, most people who are afraid to die will die even before their time.
But some people say that, look, you are in Ekiti, very far away from the neighborhood of the Fulanis, where they come with thousands and thousands of cattle, and they are more in the teeth of the struggle, so to say. Unlike you are here, you have little skirmishes here and there, so you can make noise about anti-grazing law.
Even if they say so, let us assuming without considering. Let's take you a little further. Where before this thing started, Governor Tom came out and said he alerted the presidency. Governor Ottom said he has briefed them. Security reports showed this. The issues are very clear. I've told you. Most of them in APC, they are suffering and smiling. They are suffering in silence. That is why most of them
are cowards.
Well, I cannot say a governor is a coward because I'm a governor. But the issue is that they are suffering and smiling. Let me say it again to you. Most governors will lose their seats because there are people who see them as incapable to protect them. I will never cry to Abuja. I've said it. I'm not a governor. I will not cry in the presence of anybody that will not say, don't cry. Those crying to Abuja, what does it amount to? Nothing. The governors should begin to take their destiny in their own hands. Number two issue is not about whether somewhere is closed or where somewhere is not closed. One small problem can snowball to so many. You understand? They killed today, they killed the next day. It will amaze you if it's not an actual job. How would somebody kill 73 people and they are being buried, and another set of governors are declaring for the president to contest the presidency?
Oh, very interesting.
Very interesting. Sadly, it's everywhere they are killing now. Killing is just a normal thing now. The blood is crying. The blood of Nigerians, the blood is crying on a daily basis.
So how would you?
This Obasanjo talking about these things. He knows all this one before.
I was going to come to that. We'll come to that.
Okay.
I don't want you to react to how the president reacted when the Benue elders came to him. Would you, if anything like that happened to Ekiti, would you
I will not go there. I will never go to the villa to carry my people to go and do what? To go and beg a man who will never do anything about it. The president is not in charge. I'm sorry. The president is being governed himself by the cabal.
Who is this cabal?
You see, let me explain to you.
We use the word cabal.
Yes, you see, it's not a faceless thing.
Oh, who are these
when
cabal?
When Yaradua died or was about to the government was about to change, when Yaradua was sick, would you tell us it was Yaradua that was governing Nigeria? It wasn't Yaradua.
But when he left, they had the vice president.
Thank you. Even Jonathan was completely sidelined. So is what is happening now. Let me tell you, whether we get personal at mentioning names, event and times we mention their names. You understand? Don't let us go in that lane. But everybody knows
this that Fayose, the sharpshooter, has withdrawn his sword.
How do you mean? I didn't get
I mean, you're supposed to be able to shoot.
No.
You are withdrawing this sword.
No. That is the issue. You see, nobody, you know me, if I can say the president is not doing the right thing, I will tell you anybody that's not doing the right thing. You can only make noise about me. You can't do nothing. God has not given you dominion over me. What I'm saying is that time is coming. You know, this Obasanjo was in hiding before. He himself came out now and established what we have been saying.
Yes.
The time is coming. Name will be named. Persons will be. How can somebody come out and say that the governor and his people are blocking the root of cows?
Therefore, they can do. They are justified to do whatever they do. Yeah.
The law should be respected. A criminal is a criminal. Nobody is saying a Fulani man is bad. There is the good in the Fulani. There is the good in the Yoruba. There is the bad in the Fulani. There is bad in the... But this lawlessness has taken over this country. We are no longer secure.
I wonder, when you attend Federal Executive Council,
yes,
you meet with the president. Do you ever interact with him?
Well, the president is on the high table. I am on the same table with my colleagues. I am on the same table.
Do you ever go to him, or has he ever come to you to say, how are you, and the handshake?
We should go and shake.
So you guys don't even talk?
There's a couple of times we took pictures, all of us. I only see my sitting room. The people of Ekiti will not await the pictures of our shaking hands before they will eat. That is not their primary assignment. He's our leader. President Buhari is our leader as of today. So, shaking is good. Shaking is not a must.
Okay. I'll call for a short break and then we'll be back.
Is possible. Man U is the defending champion of the Europa League. Am I right? Now you have how many of the English teams? competing at
Tell me the
Champions League
last
level.
time. I am not saying they failed. I said tell me the last time when they failed.
Where we give you the right to brag about your knowledge of sport.
Identities don't win matches because that is the same thing Wenger is doing.
Why can you say identities don't win matches?
Identities don't win matches.
Just we are not going to take a shortcut for us.
So do you start at 18-year-old against Argentina or against Argentina?
Is it not a goalkeeper?
When you have,
as you are now,
if you have the opportunity, you will present yourself as under 17.
Yes.
We have been, which is not supposed to be. At this point,
I am just 16 years old.
Don't forget you can be a part of our discussion by sending your tweets to me at Sporting Solo TVC or at TVC News NG.
Sports Debate.
Welcome back. We still have with us here the governor of Ekiti State, Governor Fayose, who has been firing away. Yeah. So, as you said, so you don't have any interaction with the president. What of his men?
Well,
I mean, you have the chief of staff, you have his uncle, Mamandara, you have the DSS man, you have the NIA, you have all these people.
I do what I have to do.
Do you interact with them? What kind of positions do you have?
Let me say to you, I do what I have to do. My assignment is very simple. Lead Ekiti, provide for them, protect them, be there for them. My duty is not to be in Abuja in the first place. I could send my deputy most of the times. What is important is my people. Every other person is secondary. Because the president is not governing this country like a united Nigeria. The president is reasonably sectional and unfair to all of us. So personally, I can't cringe. I'm not prepared to cringe. If I go to somewhere, you are crying. Somebody cannot say stop crying. You better clean your eyes and stay where they put you. So I'm where they put me. As long as I didn't do anything against the law.
Now you've been talking about the president. Olusegun Obasanjo, former president, wrote a letter. And I know that you and Olusegun Obasanjo have not had a very great history together. Now, how would you contextualize this letter to the president?
You see, that letter contains the minds of Nigerians. That letter represents what we have all been saying, that he failed to join us to say. So when this thing is gradually becoming shame on their person, they had to talk. For me, Obasanjo's statement, wonderful, but it's an afterthought on his part. Because Nigerians has made up their minds that President Muhammadu Buhari must go. That's the truth.
Do you have the poll? Have you made the poll? Done the poll?
Your view might be different from my view. I'm saying my view. I didn't mention your name.
No, I'm just asking you because
No.
you have evidence
By all, excuse me, these people being killed daily will say Buhari should continue. Who is going to cater for the wives of the deceased? I was reading in the papers today when the people killed by S-men, when they said there should be compensation for them. I was reading in the papers today. Somebody was replying that they have not made up their mind whether there will be compensation for them. That's sad. But don't let me judge them by that. But let me tell you about Obasanjo you are asking. It is good radiance to bad rubbish. Because Obasanjo himself should be posted to annals of history. Buhari and Obasanjo are men will be hearing as young boys. Buhari, men of yesterday. Don't forget that Buhari, Obasanjo, and so on, Amadou Ali, and a number of them. I remember when I was in Form 5, Ali must go. The same Ali is still talking. Ali Mongo. The same Ali is still talking. The same Obasanjo is still talking. The same Buhari is still governing us. Will we serve these people forever? When will it be our turn? Young people are there all over. Energetic. People with ideas. Because you do not align with their political school, or because they hold on to power today, your ideas must die with you. What I'm trying to say is that Obasanjo, no matter what the content of the letter, I align myself with it. But the writer, he was one who told us, Yaradua, are you alive? Shehu, Mumoru, are you alive? They say you are dead. Same Obasanjo came and told us that the doctrine of necessity must be applied for Jonathan. Same Obasanjo told us he taught the party card of PDP under Jonathan. I say it must be Buhari. His letters are not famous anyway, but the contents are wonderful.
But if you say you like the content, he says something. He said that your own party, the PDP, was now, I'm not quoting him, is now part of the cesspool, and so it needs a third force. That's part of his content.
Unfortunately, the man writing that letter is somehow sick. I'm sorry. Because, listen, I've given you a narrative, starting from Umaru Yaradua, going to Jonathan, going to Buhari. Obasanjo is equally the genesis of the whole problem. Obasanjo himself has done so much damage to this country. Don't forget it was this Obasanjo that was using six House of Assembly members to impeach governors. Don't forget it was this Obasanjo that went to levy OD. Don't forget, this Obasanjo have no moral standing, no. I'm telling you the truth. But the fact remains that Buhari too is tired and he should be retired. He's tired and must be retired. The people of Nigeria must retire him. We have entered this one chance. We have entered it. But the Lord God of heaven who can lead the Israelites out of this dungeon must lead us out. Because the security of this country, economy of Nigeria shrunk by 45%. You might not like what I'm saying. You might begin to fight me. That is if God allows you. But I'm telling you expressly, this government, this presidency has failed.
Well, if you want an alternative, is Obasanjo's thought first the answer, or is it PDP? Because your PDP now...
For shame reasons, for reasons of shame, Obasanjo cannot say he's coming back to PDP. Let us understand. Let us understand, because Jonathan was not his boy. He fell out with Jonathan. So for him to now start pressing PDP now, it's understandable. He can't do that. But let me tell you, okay, this third force, what does it mean? Obasanjo cannot call 10 people in Abeokuta. Obasanjo cannot, yes, he has the voice, he has the reach, he knows this person, he knows that person, he can go and lie against people. Obasanjo is like that. Do you know Obasanjo, the Obasanjo that never gave recognition to Abiola in the entire time of his life, a man that gave his life, his soul for the struggle. Each time we are in Ota, when you mention Obasanjo like Abiola like this, or Awolowo, he will get angry. Obasanjo still wants to believe I was the longest serving Nigerian. I was serving Nigeria. I mean, if a man who say go is larger than his person. But let's leave it at that because I don't want to get personal with him.
Now, so what is the PDP? PDP itself, some do believe is they don't have the acts together. If you,
I want to believe you are not APC.
No, I'm just talking.
Okay, you are talking naturally. PDP is a credible alternative.
Yeah, but
Let me explain to you. Every APC made every effort to make sure that this party does not have life. They supported a lot of elements that have no reputation to destroy this party. They have hands of Esau, voice of Jacob in our party. And secondly, the party managed to wriggle out of this present situation to move forward their lives. We are picking up the pieces. We did a convention. Let me tell you very expressly.
The convention was very fractious.
No, it's not fractious. It's by men.
They even talked down the Southwest. They had to come to the Southwest to start begging people to calm down.
Excuse me, let me tell you, for everything that you contest for, there will be issues. Okay, APC cannot do anything now, up till now. They can't do their own convention. They can't do it. PDP, no matter how we've done our own. In the face of it all, we did it. What has APC done? Every day is postponement. Every day is postponement. If they are not afraid of Asiwaju, they will be talking about somebody, they will be talking about Oyegu. No matter whatever you call our convention, we have been able to do something. You understand? And may I tell you, if you are traveling on a journey, if you cannot get to your destination and you have challenges, you know how to get back. A lot of our people that has gone to APC at the time, they are facing fire where they are. Saraki, Achiku, and a number of them, Autumn, they're not getting it easy where they are. Where they went has been like going through the valley of a shadow of death. Look at the way they charge this, what is this man's name? This one for CCTV. Daladi Umar. Yeah. They now just woke up to the fact that the man collected 10 million naira. This is why we say this corruption war is a ruse. When they realize that the man, maybe because of his judgment of Bukola Saraki, they want to hold him now so that he can help them convict Bukola Saraki. They went to charge the man too. That's not the spirit. That's not the spirit for our country.
We are talking independence, and you have been part of Nigeria's story, especially in the turbulent times.
57 years is a long time. Constitution, which we're running now, was given to us by the army, and we said, we the people. Giving oil block to individuals is that we the people. The oil in the continental shelf to go to the 36 states one by one. Within these 57 years, there's been a lot of bloodshed. And you still have it. Even when the Yoruba man got there, even when Jonathan got there, what happened?
They addressed the issues.
They did not address the issues. Mm-hmm. I think I want to make a point here that the military really bastardized the country within these 57 years.
Your colleagues.
I am one of them.
Watch The Platform with Sam Omaseye, Saturday, 9 a.m. on TVC News.
It is possible.
Man U is the defending champion of the Europa League. Am I right? Now you have how many of the English teams competing at Champions League level?
I am not saying they failed. I said, tell me the last time when they failed.
Where we give you the right to brag about your knowledge of sport.
Identities don't win matches because that is the same thing Wenger is doing.
Why can you say identities don't win matches?
Identities don't win matches.
We are not going to take a shortcut for. So do you start rating your own against Argentina? Yes. Or against Croatia? Is it not a goalkeeper?
When you have Adriana, okay, if you have the opportunity, you will present yourself as under 17. Yes, we have been, which is not supposed to be. At this point,
I am just 16 years old.
Don't forget you can be a part of our discussion by sending your tweets to me at Sporting Solo TVC or at TVC News NG.
Sports Debate.
Well, let's look at Ekiti. When you won the election, it was a surprise to so many people. But what is interesting is that is that you and the person you took over from, there have been a lot of tension between both of you. That's Dr. Fayose, to the extent that there was this famous picture of the bed that you put out. Was it an act of revenge? Or people said, you have already won, why didn't you move on?
You see, it was not me that put the bed on, it was Punch newspaper.
Yeah, but somebody made it available.
No, because you see, when pressmen like you goes anywhere, before you know, they've taken pictures.
No, but there were talks about this.
Yeah, but the bed was bought. The receipt was there.
Yes.
I didn't buy the bed.
Receipt come out.
The official documents. Everything we do is official. It's in the public domain.
So that's what I was saying.
My government is in the public domain. Buhari's government, or where you are not a politician, you are not in public office. We are working for the public. We are not working for ourselves. The first place, why I want to tell you what aggravated the situation was that, something will have caused him to lose that election, which is the anger of the people. Secondly, building a house for Mr. Governor in a state with 250 million IGR, building a house of 3 billion or 3.64 billion at the time for Ekiti, it's somehow. And the anger of the people you can't take away. And don't forget that on the day I was sworn in, I asked everybody to go to that place, to go and take charge of the governor's residence there. That was how these things came to be. The people were able to enter the rooms, they were able to see the pools, they were able to see everything. Fayose never knew he would leave. So they didn't prepare for after office. You understand? But we were streetwise, we have gone through it, we are back. So what I'm saying is that it's not an issue for love lost. I'm a sitting governor and should be so respected. There was no time Fayose was in government that I was disturbing him. There was no time he was in office. And I was a major benefactor of Fayose. I stood by him against the PDP, against Shegun at the time, for him to become governor. It was Achiwaju's intervention. We held the meeting in this Lagos. Achiwaju said I should go and support him. At that time, Yaradua was calling me. I said, no, I'm going to work with Achiwaju. We gave him our best. We supported him. He became governor. Before he got to office, he became something else. You understand? Even look at what he's doing to his benefactor now. Achiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Look at what he's doing. You understand? You see, may I say it this way? I didn't have anybody that has sponsored me in politics. I'm my own man. So maybe I don't know when somebody will have done you so much good. I suffered before I got to this level in politics. So if I find a person like Achiwaju in life, the question is that I should appreciate him for the rest of eternity. But for the same old guy today, it's another story. But don't let us go there. Talk about it only.
Now, what is going on now is that, this year there will be an election.
Yes.
And people have said you are posting forward your deputy, which is, I think, the first I can remember of a governor trying to push his deputy and so on. The point here they're saying is that you have done it undemocratically.
There's nothing that has been done because there's not been a primary. Yes. What I've simply...
They are saying that that everybody is saying this is already automatic, that you are going to put the structure of the party, the weight of the governor on it.
I'm surely going to do that.
So it's an unequal contest.
It's my right to choose or to support whoever I want to support. In advanced democracy, even America, the immediate past president of America, Obama, openly supported Hillary Clinton, campaigned for Hillary Clinton, gave him the old tacit support that Hillary needs to work with. Traveled for him, ate in their own so-called buka, that is McDonald's and all that, because of Hillary Clinton. Don't let us start seeing these people. If it's them, the other people that I supported, if it's them that I supported, they will see it, they will not see it like haram. They will be celebrating it. They will be waiting in the wings to take over. But let me add this for them. Take, for instance, one of them became a minister because I wrote the then president that he should be supported, he should be given opportunity to be minister. When the government ended, I gave him the platform because he can't be a minister and come and be a commissioner in the state. I made him the chairman, governing council of the University of Ado-Ekiti, which is quite dignifying. I did not stop there. I nominated him for the caretaker committee in the Southwest. If you don't wish him well, why would you do all that? It is when it is not in their favor, they cry foul. You understand? And I want to say to you, again, with all humility, I have no apologies. I have no apologies. If you look at leaders that have supported a lot of people, this is the way they behave eventually. So I have no apology. We cannot beg anybody. It must be one person. People are contesting in APC, about 30. Some people are contesting in PDP. There will be only one person that will be governor. There's no desperation. If it's not your turn today,
one person wins the race.
Yes, it will be your turn tomorrow. When I lost election as a senatorial election, whatever way they call it, I gave up. I didn't go to court. I didn't get angry. I trusted God for another time. And the other time came, and I'm now governor of Ekiti. That's it. And every machination at the time, they went to court, from lower court to the Supreme Court. I won. The impeachment was quashed. Everything worked together for good for me. And above it all, every enemy of mine, they sat. I was at the high table. They were at the low table. The Lord set a table before me in the presence of my enemy, and the oil was poured on my head. I was with oil, and I became the governor of Ekiti State, Nigeria. Well,
there was this.
Ekiti people said they said I'm not a professor. I'm giving them professor now. My deputy is a professor. Okay. Professor of building technology. So if they want book, there's plenty book in his head.
Now, there is this issue of the court. When you mention courts now, that you have tied on Fayose. Some people say, well, this is dirty politics.
Well, I don't want to join issues with matters that are in court. Okay. When matters are in court, we stay away from it. The matters are in court.
In court, okay. Yes. Let's leave it at that. Now, let me conclude with this issue about your style of government.
Yes.
Some people say the cynical populism. Just go there and give them chicken, give them, you go and eat bole on the roadside, you go and give them bags of rice. Whereas when you go home, you have more robust chicken on your table, and so on and so forth, that you are actually laughing at the people.
Yes, they can say whatever they like. Most of the people that were calling me all sorts of names, I saw them distributing the same thing Christmas. I saw some of them holding corn like this. I saw some of them who are not Okada riders, who now jumped on Okada. Don't forget, everybody can afford to be seen ambassadors in Lagos. We can be seen ambassadors in Rivers. I see farmers. I see the ordinary folks. I see Okada riders. I see the people that host the A's, the voters. I don't want to tell you what I am not. Ekiti is not Lagos, where you want to be forming. You have to come to the level of your people. I stand to be corrected. I am Fayose, Peter the Rock. I don't.
Are you Peter the Rock?
I am
Peter the Rock is the one in the Bible.
Yes, Peter the Rock. All Peters, especially those ones.
And the word means Peter itself. The meaning means
rock,
stone. Rock,
yes. Which Igbo people call Opute. Opute. I am Opute. Opute. Now let me come to your question and get you to know certain things. 80% of the development in Ekiti were done by me so far. Travel from Ikere Ekiti to Ado Ekiti, well littered. I did it. I fixed it from where I left it. Going to Ekiti, the road to the College of Education, I fixed it. The road from Ikere to Emure I fixed it during my first tenure. I have dualized 11 local government headquarters of Ekiti today. I have built one of the state-of-the-art high court. What we used to have was what we took from Old Western Region. When you get to the Ekiti High Court, which will be commissioned end of March, you will appreciate me. It goes beyond stomach infrastructure. We have physical infrastructure. Osun, Ondo, all of them don't have flyover. In Ekiti, when you get there today, you will appreciate what I have done. I've done a brand new governor's office, a state-of-the-art Obas market, which is even finer, better than the popular Teju Osho market. I have done so well, but I don't like to sell this on the TV. I invite people like you. I invite eminent people who wants to do fact findings to come there. The problem is that people call you all sort of names because they know they can't hold you down. I am too strong for my enemies. Elections are coming. I have heard of all their machinations, all the meetings they are holding, all the money they want to spend. Our place, they say one language. Let me qualify them with this language. He says, forever where you'll be going, you'll be finding land in front of you. Even if you are driving to hell, you will still find land in front of you. Even if you are going to heaven, you will still find land. I am the land they are driving on, they meet me in front.
Well, I want to end with this question. Some people have been asking. They say, the reason Fayose is doing this is that he wants Buhari to really go, because if Buhari doesn't go, we have trouble with EFCC. But even then, they say Fayose is leaving this year, and once he leaves, it will become, this immunity will leave him, and they will come after him.
Okay, let me educate you very well. EFCC, they're not the courts. That's why they lose all cases in courts. They're not the courts. It is in man's wish that you should die. It is in God's wish that I, Ayodele Peter Fayose Shukumole Ekunke, will go to the villa. I'm contesting to be president of Nigeria.
Translate that to English. So
English is leader. Ekunke is leader. It's like what they call
the tiger on the
no,
hill.
Yeah, tiger on the hill. What they call Agune Chamber, lion guarding town. Agune Chamber. Yeah. I am the Agune Chamber one. But let's leave that one for now. Let me tell you very expressly. EFCC took me to court. I was in court for 8 years. I defeated EFCC. Who is afraid of EFCC? Everything they do, I take them to court. It is EFCC that doesn't obey the law. That's why we have all these challenges. They have taken everything personal to run people down, to bring them down. That is not the spirit. Fighting corruption is to make sure that this country genuinely have a framework that affects everybody uniformly, equally, to the actualization of a society that is rid of corruption. So for me, Ayo Fayose, they should not be in a hurry. In Ghana, they call it, there's one language they call it, take your time. To boasi, take your time. Let them take their time. The king, the man that God has ordained is coming. They should wait. Maybe sometimes we want you to die, and they die in your place. May the Lord help us.
Well, we've had this over 40 minutes of conversation with the governor of Ekiti State, rather interesting, boisterous dialogue. And we are very happy that it has come to an end, although of course, if I were to ask more questions, it's ready to go on.
I will go on forever.
Yeah. So, thank you very much.
God bless you. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you. Thank you.